ค่ะในส่วนนี้นะคะจะเป็นการเรียนรู้เกี่ยวกับกำหนดข้อตกลงร่วมกันกติการ่วมกันนะคะมีคำที่เราจำเป็นที่ต้องเรียนรู้ในส่วนนี้2 คำก็คือคำว่า must อ่านว่า must นะคะแปลว่าต้องคุณต้อง stand up คุณต้องยืน you must sit down คุณต้องนั่ง you must speak คุณต้องพูดแต่ถ้าไม่ต้องคุณต้องไม่ทำนะ you เติม not เข้าไปข้างหลังค่ะ you must not คุณต้องไม่ you must not smoke คุณต้องไม่สูบบุหรี่อะไรต่างๆเหล่านี้นะคะก็คือตรงนี้ก็คือใช้คำว่า must แปลว่าต้อง must not ก็คือต้องไม่นะคะก็จำแค่นี้เองนะคะก็คือเวลาที่เราต้องการที่จะกำหนดกติการ่วมกันค่ะ
Giving rules. Now, when do we have to give rules? Well, if you are leading a tour or giving information about a tour, there are a few times when it's your job or your duty to give some rules to your customers or clients. For example, safety. It's very important to give some rules regarding safety. Or if you're leading a tour or in your hotel, maybe your tour has some rules to follow, or the hotel has rules, and it's your job to give those rules to the clients. Another time that we must give rules or maybe advice is about etiquette. What is etiquette? Etiquette is about being polite, having respect for the people around you and your environment. And etiquette can be quite different from country to country. So for foreigners, it is important to guide them on what is good etiquette and what is bad etiquette. For example, some foreigners may not know to cover their shoulders in the temple. In the West, we don't have as many temples, so it might be a new idea for them. It's your job to explain this to them. So we will look at how to do that in a polite way. Okay, first of all, let's look at some rules we have here, some warning signs, and some examples of how to say those things. All of these are using the word must, which you may be familiar with. Let's look at the first one. You must turn left, a road sign. Means you have to, 100%, cannot turn right. You must be careful. That's a very important one. Be careful. You must be careful. You must not smoke. This area, it is forbidden to smoke. You must not smoke. You must not turn right. Cannot, must not. 100% do not. You must not turn right. You mustn't swim here. Can you see how must and not is brought together to make a contraction? You do not need to use the contraction. The contraction makes it quicker to say. If you prefer must not, you must not swim here, that's okay. That is good English. You don't need to use the contraction mustn't. If you find that difficult to say, don't use it. That's okay. I will repeat one more time so you can practice. The contraction of must not is mustn't. Mustn't. Repeat, mustn't. Okay, So if you like it, if you're comfortable, please use it. If not, don't worry. Contractions are only there to make the language quicker when we speak or write. You must not ride. Again, negative. You can say mustn't ride, up to you. You mustn't take photos here. Another example. So these are all rules about things you might see in a hotel, in a tourist attraction, just around and about. And it's your job to explain these rules. Sometimes when tourists are on holiday, taking pictures, everything's new, maybe they don't see these signs. They don't know you can't take photos here. It's forbidden. So you can explain to them, excuse me, sir, you mustn't take photos here. Being comfortable with this kind of language will make your job easier to explain the rules to everybody. Okay, so let's look at some longer sentences on when do we use must and the other synonym, the alternative, another word we have for must is have to. Now must and have to are the same. They are perfect synonyms. They have the same meaning. Let's look at must first. Example number 1. You must give your passport to reception. You must give your passport to reception. Okay. This sentence means 100%, it's a rule, you must. When you explain this, you can explain it by using this sentence, you must give your passport to reception. Now, if you look at that sentence, you must give, maybe you are thinking in your head about sentence structure. You have must and give. If you remember back to a previous clip and you are asking, why is give not in the infinitive or the gerund, must to give, must giving? Well, the answer is because must is a modal auxiliary verb. Yes, that's a big grammar name, but what it means is it's a small verb that doesn't follow the same rules. That's a lot of information, of grammar, intensity. What is that? What is all that? To make it easier for you, just remember that must does not take to or ing. If you look in the little red box, we have a grammar tip. Must does not have to. It is a modal auxiliary verb which is a little bit different to other verbs. To make it easy, just remember, must does not have to. That is a mistake I hear a lot of times with second language speakers. You must to give, you must to go, you must to meet. This is incorrect. If you make this mistake, it's okay, people will understand you, but it's not correct, perfect grammar. Just remember, the red box tells you, must does not have to. You must give, not you must to give. Second example. Here we're giving not a rule, but more something like etiquette, about respect, about good behavior. But again, we will use must because it's not correct to have open shoulders in the temple. Our sentence, you must cover your shoulders in the temple. Not you must to cover. Must does not have to. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Must does not have to after it. You must cover. Underneath, we have a little word. Well, actually, it's quite a big word. The word is obligation. Yes, it's a long word, but what it means is must. It means 100%. It's a rule. You must do it. And that's the meaning of must. It's obligation. You must. You must give your passport. You must cover your shoulders. Now, the other words that we have here is have to. As I said before, it has the same meaning as have to. So you can use it the same, up to you. But if you see, this one does have the word to, which can be confusing. The first sentence, you have to give your passport to reception. It's the same as the sentence with must. It's obligation. The meaning is obligation. You must, you have to, 100%. So those sentences have the same meaning. And the second sentence, you have to cover your shoulders in the temple. The same as you must cover your shoulders in the sentence, in the temple. You must cover your shoulders in the temple. Again, the meaning is obligation, 100%. It's a rule. The only difference is must does not have to, and have to does include the word to. So maybe use which one you're comfortable with. It's up to you.